You give a thumbs
Yeah,
up.
thumbs up. You're all listening. Great.
So,
All right. So I'm very, very happy to introduce Steve here, our good friend who's back with some more tips on being a great leader. So Steve, take it away.
well, thank you, Debbie, and it's great to see everybody. I really enjoy and look forward to these calls. And, you know, I'll keep my comments today, as I usually do with these presentations, relatively short so we can open up some time and we'll have some good dialogue as we like to do and ask questions, because I know all of you love to see each other and want to talk to each other. But what I'm hoping over the next, 10, 15 minutes or so, that you're going to take and learn a few things. And as you've seen, most of you have been to some of the other talks that I've had involving leadership and different leaderships or different types of leadership. So today we're going to talk about what is the leader behind, and what that really breaks down to. And I'll go through the slides, but what it really breaks down to is more on the coaching. And we're going to talk about what does it mean to be coaching and some of those skills. So for those of you that haven't been through one of these programs, Debbie and I talked when this pandemic happened. We thought it would be a great idea to put some good training on virtually, as we're doing, as you see right now. So we've done it in multiple talks, and it's really designed to help you expand leadership capabilities. So these talks that I do are just really to focus on your development as leaders, as athlete leaders, as global messengers, as great spokespeople for Special Olympics, as you all raise your hands to be these types of leaders. So we're going to try to make you even better leaders. And you see this 5 ways to lead. All this means is it's one leader, which is you, and different ways that you can lead. Okay, so today is going to be the leader behind. Our agenda, what does it actually mean, right, to be the leader behind? What does a leader behind do? And what skills are used in this kind of leader? So I'm going to pause for a second. Let me open up the box a little bit. If somebody wants to raise their hand, what do you think? What would you say a leader behind might do? What would be something that, if you would initially think, what do you think it might be to be a leader behind? Just one person, give me an opinion. Go ahead, Aaron, I see you. Hold on, let me get you. Can you put yourself off mute? Take yourself off mute and share with the group.
I got you.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think.
Allie, let Aaron go, and then Allie. Sorry, I thought.
Okay.
First. Go ahead, Aaron, and then I'll go to you, Allie. And then keep going. Go ahead.
Okay. What does the leader behind do is like making sure that person leads. They lead people and like talk to them, like speak to them about things or what goes on, what special is all about. Talk about exactly about how people should be the leader and not be a follower. You want to make sure you want to be a leader so you can lead yourself ahead, so you can learn more things to understand exactly what goes on. Is that correct?
Yeah, thank you. Great. And go ahead, Allie. What do you think?
Okay, well, I think a leader behind is giving people ideas, what they thought of their opinions. I think it's good to get more advice of what if a person has a question or something, and take notes. And I think a good leader gives advice to another person who can write notes and tell stories.
Great. Thank you for sharing. Great job.
You're welcome.
So
That's fun.
all good points. We're going to just keep moving for the sake, and we're going to open up. I just wanted you to have an idea from the group. So we're going to get into some of those and explain it, okay? So the definition of leader behind. Okay, so I'll read it for everybody, but for those of you who can't see, just got to move my boxes. The leader behind, in essence, it embodies coaching, and I've underlined that. So if you have notes, if you have a pen, jot these down that I've underlined. As a competency to evoke the leader within others. Leader behind listens on all levels, including the space in between words. What else is being said, so to speak? And connects individual pieces with the greater vision. This is where service, big focus on service is born. Behind the scenes, bringing the vision to life. So what I hope many of you can see is if you jot down some of those important words, coaching, and evoke. If those of you may not know what evoke means, it's just to try to make it happen, try to stimulate it to happen. That's what evoke would mean. So a leader behind will help to transformation or support or any type of coaching, so to speak, right? Does everybody thumbs up? Does that make sense to people? Everybody kind of get some what those key those are? Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So you can see in the background, yes, you can. Okay. So what does a leader behind do? What do they do?
Can you
Great
hear it
listener.
on this? A little bit.
If you can put yourself on mute, if you're not on mute, just because there might be there's some feedback. So if you're not speaking, please put on mute. Thank you. Active listening, focusing on the other person to understand their point of view. Many of you were in person for my training on active listening. I recognize a lot of the faces for when that was in person. But it's listening to learn something from them or the other person, right? Your other global messenger, your other partner there, but not just to wait for your turn to respond. I know we're all excited to speak and to have opinions and everything, but a real good leader behind is a great listener. And they're not listening so they can speak, they're listening to understand and get to know something about that other person. It's really about not doing as much as receiving. And they're caring of others. How many on this call are caring of your other global messengers? Show of hands. I know. You guys all care about each other, and I think that is what makes this group so special, right? You guys all have a genuine caring for one another. I care about you. Debbie cares about you. We all have support of you. And that just shows a good leader behind. Many of you are already doing a lot of this. You're leading behind naturally because you care so much about the other people. Could be family, could be friends, it could be many other people, and not just your global messengers or other athlete leaders. Could be a lot of other people in your life. And helping others achieve their goals can be so fun and rewarding for you, right? Not just for them. When you're listening to others, you actually give people a lot of satisfaction. People love to be heard, right? As much as you like to talk is as much as like other people like to be heard. So a good leader behind really is about the other person, and they get rewarded for doing that. Does that all make sense to everybody? Can you guys get that sense when you really listen to somebody and it actually feels really good? All right, when you get to know some people and understand them a little bit better, as you guys all have done with each other at various times, right? Yeah, a lot of fun. So let's talk a little bit about what are the skills and values used by the leader behind. So if you have your pens, we're gonna jot down a few of these words. I think this will be good, and we can talk about some of these in our questions. All right. So just a few more minutes, and we're gonna open up to everybody. But I think these are what's most important. And many of you, and I've met many of you already in person, which has been fantastic. But many of you embody these character traits already, and there's many more. So this isn't the full list. This is just a small list of what a leader behind might be as a character trait or value or skills applied. Okay. Commitment to others. Many of you here raised your hand to be committed to Special Olympics. Is that right? Right? And you've been committed to training, and you've been committed to helping other people. So you're already doing all this. So all of you are already doing this. Passionate to serve. I've seen so much excitement from this group in so many different talks, and how you are in person with one another, but also how you are virtually, and how excited you are to see each other and get to know each other a little bit more and catch up and make sure that everyone's doing okay. And there's so much sincerity and authenticity to that. And I just want you to know that it's very nice to see, and it's throughout all of you, and it's just great. So this is just putting it to words. Things that you're already doing, it's just putting it to words. So the passion that you have to one another is to serve. That's what a great leader behind does. Inspires others. How many people know what motivation is? Everybody
I
know
do.
what motivated,
Mhm.
right? So imagine if you can make other people motivated or excited, inspired to do more. Not just your own excitement, but you could actually have other people feel that way too. That is a great skill, and it's something that the leader behind would focus on, because if it's about the other person and it's not just about the leader in that, it's working with the other person. So 1 + 1 could be a bigger than just us alone. Okay. Does that make sense? Good. A few more here. Connection and relationship builder. How many people, show of hands, think they're good at being a good friend? Yeah. And you know what it takes to be a good friend? You have to be a good listener, right? You can't just always talk about yourself and expect everybody to always want to talk to you if you're just talking about yourself, right? So connection is getting to know other, yeah, you see, exactly. Getting to know other people, right? It's, again, it's things that you're doing, but it's also just knowing that you guys are all capable of being that great leader behind. Connection and relationship building. I've seen some of the best relationships on some of these calls with many of you that go back and known each other for a long, long time. And connection can be built quick, right? I've connected to many of you quickly, but it also can be done over a long period of time. So, you know, it's a great thing to have. Positive attitude. So positive attitude, always having a positive attitude, okay? That positive mental attitude is the beginning point of all achievement, right? If you can't have a negative mind and a positive mind at the same time. And a positive mind just portrays so much good versus that negative mind that, you know, is serving in most cases. It doesn't mean you have to be all go happy-go-lucky all the time, that you can't have emotions or be upset, okay? But it's more about, can I turn that into a positive and not staying upset, and how can I make it, and ask yourself these questions. How can I make it better, right? How can I make it better? What can I do to make things better? And you'll get your answer that way. You know, it's better than, why does all this happen to me? You know, or this is bad, why does that happen? Well, you'll get an answer for that too. So a good leader behind will have a positive attitude towards others, respectful, appreciative, grateful, all those good things. So as a show of hands, you see in the back of the slide, who can see themselves as a leader behind? I see a few hands. I see more. You see the leader behind, how valuable it can be just to help serve others. So I'm going to leave those up there. I see a few people jotting them down. And I can certainly, you know, send this to Debbie and have it shared with all of you. No problem there. And I'm always available if there's other questions or other things that I could be doing to help, you know, support you in your leadership, you know, training. I'm always happy to do so. So I'm gonna actually leave it there for a minute, because I see many of you thinking a lot, and this is exactly what I want, right? So we're at about 15 minutes into this. I put a lot on the screen for you. I'm happy to go back and review any of it, but I want to open up to one at a time. And I would ask, if you'd like to ask either a question or make a comment, is that you raise your hand, and then we'll pick you, and then you can come off mute, just so everybody's not talking over one another. Okay, so Debbie, I'll open it up. I see your line's open.
Great.
I will pause there for everybody and have some dialogue if there's some questions or questions, anything as is to do with leadership.
Is brought to you by Domino.
Looking for hands.
Any hands, any questions, comments?
I do.
Is that Becca? Or Al? It's Megan, right? Go ahead, Megan.
Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so one
Yeah,
thing
we
about
can see
passive attitude. So one thing I want to say is passive attitude. People just not listen occasionally, because for myself, I listen to my coach and my family members, because it's really is here for Special Olympics. Talk about yourself, not talk about your personal life, that kind of thing. We're here for Special Olympics and get the job done.
That's right. That's a great attitude. It's a great attitude. Get the job done, and you're serving a purpose.
Yeah,
Fantastic, Megan. Thank you.
because sometimes people does not listen.
That's right. And we can't change that sometimes, and we have to approach it our own way. That's a great point. Thank you for sharing.
Not talk about jobs or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm done.
Good job. Great job.
It looks like there's a couple questions in the chat box here, Steve.
Oh, in the chat box? Okay, I can see the chat box. Can you read them?
Yep. Let's see. Matt wanted to share that he is a leader in his Boy Scout group, I believe. Is that right, Matt?
Yes.
Outstanding. So you can see how some of these skills that you might have to apply with the Boy Scouts. Is that fair to say, Matt?
Yes.
Good stuff. Good. Hopefully you can use some of these things that you're learning with them. And you're probably already doing many of them, and maybe you can expand it even a little bit more. Outstanding. Great job. Great job.
And I think Allie had a question. What do you do if someone talks negative about behind the leader?
Oh, great question. Great question. So I'll give an opinion, because there's no real right or wrong answer, but I would tell you that in my opinion, when there's somebody talking negatively, it's not something that you would want to contribute to, because it's just an opinion, right, Allie? And it's somebody's point of view. It doesn't have to be shared by you, meaning that, you know, you don't have to jump in the pool of misery with them, so to speak, right? If somebody's speaking negatively, then that is their prerogative, so to speak, right? That is their right to do so. But that shouldn't, if we're great leaders, it shouldn't change how we feel about the situation. That we can stand tall in our abilities to know that there's actually a positive way to look at it too. And that's a choice that you can make, or that we can all make, instead of contributing to that negative conversation, or they might just not like that person. And to be fair, there's plenty of people in our world that we might not be friends with for whatever reason, and that's okay. Okay, it doesn't have to be bad. It just doesn't mean that we don't have to necessarily go in that direction. Can that help? You're on mute, Allie. Allie, you're on mute. Just take yourself off mute first. Yeah.
Okay. One of my friends that we did Global Messengers training with a while back, he and I email each other. And tonight we have a Zoom call together. His name's Mark Soodle, and he and I are gonna do a little chat together, and I'm gonna tell him what I learned about being a leader.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
You'll love that.
Good. Good job. That's
yeah.
great.
And by the way, my dad is having you be a part of the Kennedy Center now. That's great.
I'm looking forward to hopefully that happening.
Yeah, because I actually got my job from there, and I take a couple of online courses with the Kennedy Center.
Outstanding. Great,
Yeah.
Allie.
Thank you.
Great work. Great work.
Yep.
Who else?
He says hi to you, by the way.
Oh, well, tell him I said hello too, please.
I will.
Okay, we have another comment from Bobby. It says, I am leader of my KLCM church, and I am deacon, Bobby Peterson.
Outstanding. That's a leader. That is definitely a leader.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a long time.
Great. That's great work. Great. That is a true leader.
Good afternoon. Hello.
I think Jake hopped on, and I think Jake has a question next. Is that right?
Oh,
Jake? Got his hand up, and then Carla.
I would ask you to call them out and make it a lot easier for me.
Sure. So I think we had Jake raising his hand first, and then Carla.
Jake,
Maybe we can
Jake,
go
how you
in order.
doing?
Doing good.
Great. What's your question?
Well, when I first started Special Olympics back in like 1996, I remember when Mark Polachek told me how to make a pie. And then after we stepped out of the pie zone, we usually do the parallel, like up and down, and make my weight go around the downhill ski as I'm going to the flag. And then when I'm playing volleyball, I make a window, I put my hands ready, then I hit the ball over the net, and I'm just like looking and just like having my eyes leveled.
Yeah.
In focus.
Well, you're a coachable guy. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
You
And I
listen,
remember I met my coach in 1996, Mark Polachek.
you are a coach.
Then I remember when I put my hand out, I'm swimming. When Molly taught me.
Good job.
Thank
Great
you.
job. Thank you for sharing, Jake.
And then I put my arms out and I throw the ball off.
Yes. Who's next?
I
Thank you,
think we
Jake.
had
for
Carla
sharing.
next, and then we had a comment for Brittany. So let's go to Carla next.
Sure. Hey, Carla.
hi, Steve.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
One thing that I liked about being a speaker is that one day one of my friends, I like when I get to, what do you call that? Bring people like to join in. I know with this whole pandemic, but I'm being my school guys, they're being very cautious about everything. The staff, everything's 6 feet apart.
Yep.
And I like that.
And you're following the rules? Great.
Yep. And I always like when people see me like a global messenger I like I'm very like so like I help my mom and I'm like a global messenger anywhere.
Everywhere.
Like,
Right.
and
do
like
it.
I'm
You really are embody it.
and I got some good news for you guys.
Go ahead, share.
Remember Ashley?
Yeah.
Ashley.
She's one of us.
Yeah, I was talking about that a little earlier, Carla. We're going to add some new global messengers to our team.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
How
So
cool.
Ashley Lavoie is
Nice.
from Special Olympics West Hartford. I'll go through the list now since Carla brought it up. So
How
we
many
have
people,
Ashley from West Hartford. We have Logan Rosenberg from Allied Enfield Stars. And then we're going to have a Global Messenger unified team. So Justin Riker from Weathersfield and his unified partner, Max Albert's going to join us. So the three of them. And
wow,
then
that's nice.
Angie D'Amico is adding Abby Snyder to our team as a health leader. So we're going to welcome those guys on our next meeting, okay?
Yep.
Is that for next week or
I
when?
think it's November 6th is our next one. I'll send you guys an email with a recording of this
Is
session.
it the sixth? I
I
believe.
think it's
I
the
believe
fifth.
it's the 6th,
I think
yeah.
it's the fifth.
What's my
Okay.
calendar?
Okay,
think it's the
you're probably
fifth.
right.
Yeah.
Deb, I sent you information about my friend Lexi and me.
Yeah, I just saw that, Allie. So we had a comment from Brittany. So let's go to Brittany next, and then we'll go to you, Allie. Brittany.
Baby, I'm leaving. I'll see you later.
Okay, thanks, Bobby. Good to see you. Say thanks.
You too.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Guys, I got a surprise for all of you.
All right, let's go in order, okay? Let's take Brittany's call next. We'll come back to you, Carl, I promise.
Okay.
So Brittany wrote, I'm a leader at Mark Inc. Where is she? Brittany, you there? There she is.
Yeah, here.
What do you do as a leader at Mark Inc.? Share it with Steve and us.
I stock the magazine.
You fill the magazine?
Yeah.
Is that what? Great.
Oh my God. I know Brittany.
Yeah. So you work and you take care of that's your job?
Yes, that's my job.
Great, that's outstanding. And you do a good job, right? And you make sure the job's done. It said, get the job done, right? What you said earlier. So you do that. That's leadership, making sure that you handle your occupation yourself. That's fantastic.
Okay, I saw Dan's hand up, but first we're going to go to Allie and Angie in the chat box. So hold on, Dan, I see you. So Allie writes, my friend Lexi and I are leaders together with Special Olympics. She is with her team of green, which...
Greenwich.
Greenwich,
I didn't know how to spell it.
There was just a space, I was torn. So it sounds like you're a leader for Shelton and she's a leader for Greenwich.
Right, because what we discuss with each other once in a while on the phone just to see how we're doing. And because of this pandemic going on, we were trying to prove ways to make Special Olympics better for next year. We were trying to communicate ideas how to improve for next year.
Good stuff.
Yeah, meaning limit certain things and maybe try to make the world a better place, like with Olympic Town or opening ceremonies, anything.
Outstanding.
Great. Okay, next we have Angie sharing that I am a leader of the Special Olympics health team. Where's Angie?
Angie? Oh, yeah.
Hi. Yeah, that is basically that partly of my job as Special Olympics. I am the leader of the health team, so I did get athletes to go out and help us in the healthy communities, life, health promotion, all that stuff.
So many leadership skills that you're doing just by doing that role. That's great job.
Okay, I think we'll go to Dan next. He was waiting patiently with his hand up.
Dan, how you doing, man? Dan the man. I know you've been waving. How you doing? Oh, you gotta take yourself off mute. Dan, take yourself off mute. Hold on, can we do that for him?
Dan Whiten, this Mac lad, please take yourself off mute.
Let's
please.
see if I can take them off mute from here. And I see Kimberly and Aaron with their hands up too, so we'll get to them. Oops. Let's see, let's try. Oh, Dan, could you click the little microphone in the corner of your computer? Can you click that? Right next to where it says Carol Whiting, click that little microphone there so we can hear you.
Hey, Debbie, can other people do it or no?
I don't think so. Carol, can you click? There we go. Now we can hear you.
There
Dan.
we go. Sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
We can hear you, Dan. Go ahead.
Oh, Natasha is from. Thanks, Mom.
Yep, go ahead, Dan. Ask your question.
I had a friend here in Bumpton Valley here. I am the leader, and at a Unified Special Olympics Connecticut here, and I am the leader at Bumpton Valley Sports. It's called Favar, and they're playing soccer and basketball like that. It's the athletes. It's my responsibility. And how do they play? Yes.
It's your and how they play. It's your responsibility. That is leadership behind right there. Exactly. What we talked about today. You're doing that.
Yes, I'm doing it.
Yeah, you do it naturally. Great job, Dan.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we've got Kimberly and then Aaron and then a comment from Natasha. So let's go to Kimberly next.
Kimberly.
Okay. I also so like Whitney, like I also worked at Mark Inc. as well, and and for me, I enjoy helping people out because I do customizings as well. So so basically, I just help the people and like showing them how to do the job. And same for Special Olympics. Like when I did basketball, I was helping the athletes of showing them showing them how to like do it with a drill, and I will like show them how to do it, and then they would follow my example.
That's great. And you taught them, they learned, and then they could do on their own. Great job.
Thanks. Because I love helping out people out too. It's kind of really fun.
True leader, Kimberly.
Nice. All right,
I have-
Kimberly. How about Aaron next? I see he's been holding his hand up.
Hi, Aaron. Go ahead.
Okay. Actually, we just got our self-advocacy going this year. I just became president of the self-advocacy group of Arc of Eastern Connecticut.
Great job.
Cool.
I mean, I'm just the leadership on this call is unbelievable.
I've been doing it for a long time, though, because before I had tried to have other people try to be president, so I mostly just told them, it's like, listen, if people want to learn how to help be leaders as the president for self-advocacy, at least I can step in and help out and everything else, and we can like talk to each other and then ask questions about what goes on in our agenda. Because right now we're trying to keep up on our presidency right now this year. But since we got the break that debate tonight, so we got to keep up on that and make sure like everything is good. So we do have rights to know exactly what goes on right now in our own community.
Great job, Aaron.
Excellent.
Thank you for sharing
Right.
that.
The comments keep coming in, and I see John with his hand up. So, and Ryan, I think so. We'll get to you guys in a moment. I'm going to go back to the chat box for a second. There's a note from Natasha. Lots of comments and questions for you, Steve. Wonderful. And I have to add, this is the most people we've had on a call so far. We've had over 30. So you guys are awesome.
That makes me happy, everybody. I love seeing those
crowd.
smiling
He brings
faces,
the
all you
crowd.
guys. That
Okay.
makes me happy.
So Natasha writes, from Natasha, I am a self-advocate coordinator in DDS Waterbury office and a health leader and a global messenger for Special Olympics. How are you, Natasha?
That's true leadership, Natasha.
Yes. So, because I heard someone that was talking about all about self advocacy. I heard early on, and I am into that also. So it's like I am actually I'm actually leading my own groups actually.
Great job, Natasha.
Thank you.
I'm just so impressed with how all of you, all the roles that you play and all the hats that you put on and all the things that you do. It's great stuff. Who's next?
Okay, let's see, we have Megan. I am a leader for Shelton, and I make your, I didn't get the second part of that, Megan. Do you want to hop on and share it with us?
Yeah, I said I make my own decisions for Special Olympics.
Yes.
Because
that's the leader in front.
Yes, because my parents is a coach, and that's why I have leaders. My mom's a leader for me, and she helps me to do my own decisions, not like talking about personal stuff like jobs or anything. I don't do that. I'm here to do Special Olympics. This is really important to me.
Yes.
And
She's right about that.
Good.
I am doing my own decisions,
And you're
and
passionate.
I make the right decisions.
Yes. And I can see how passionate you are to serve, and it's an outstanding skill and quality.
Yeah, because I know friends are trying to help me, but I'm doing it myself because I'm an adult now. I can make my own decisions.
Good job.
I'll be 34 in November, so.
Outstanding.
Me too.
There you go.
Me too.
Yeah.
We have to have one big birthday party.
My birthday's the 12th, and my friend Kimberly is the 4th. So we
Yep.
actually grew up together.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We have some more hands up. John, why don't you go next? And I see Ryan, so we'll take care of you guys. Let's go to John first.
Steve, I have a question. I know what a leader is, but a leader behind is, well, I thought, cause I have a speech coach and that's my father. I thought people give him ideas, and I go, what the heck is, you know, what is, I know what a leader is, but the thing is, I'm kind of confused on what a behind a leader is. Could you
Yes.
explain it to me?
Absolutely. And thank you for the question, John. So it's all it is a skill of you, the leader itself. It's to put yourself behind the individual you're trying to help and serve, right? And it's also, if you remember from another training, we did leader in front, meaning that I'm kind of up there. It doesn't mean the boss, but it means that I'm willing to take a stand. This leader behind doesn't have to show, it's more about the serving part. So as you as a leader, that servant leader that John is, that help out part, that's the leader behind. The one that's the listener. I know, baby, I'll be done in 1 minute. This is my daughter.
Yeah.
She's hungry.
Excellent.
So it's a different part of a leader themselves, John. It's
Yeah,
not.
Because in high school, I was like an assistant coach because I wasn't an athlete there, but I was like an assistant track coach, you know? Yeah.
So you couldn't actually play the game, right?
Right.
So playing the coach off the field to help the players. That's a big example.
Excellent, right? Yeah. Thank you.
Can you give me 1 second to take my daughter to go to the bathroom and I'll come
No problem.
Please,
No
yeah.
problem.
Okay.
Please do.
Sure, go ahead. Yep.
Well, we're waiting for Steve to get back. Zaraya and Carla have a very special announcement they wanted to share with us in the chat box. And it says, Carla, do you want to tell us?
Okay, he's here. Yay. Mom, come over here. Hey, Zay!
We have
Come here, sweetheart. Come here, son. Hey.
Oh,
Come here, son. Jump on. Hey, son. Jump 1, 2, 3, jump on. Hello, guys. This is the new part of the family.
Oh my God.
He's beautiful.
Her name is Zen.
Oh, what a good doggy.
And he says she.
Let me. Oh.
Hey, Zen. Hey, girl. Same.
Oh,
what's your name?
How cute.
So we'll
He is only
18 months.
18 months old.
Wow.
He's only a puppy. Hey,
A lot of
Mom,
years.
Steve is
Wow.
back. Steve.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very
Ah,
cool.
Mom, they only see her tail.
Very, very cool.
Here. Let me put her a little bit down.
Come here.
So she's invited to all future athlete trainings.
Yeah, she we just got her on this week.
Wow.
So she,
Congratulations.
thank you. Gotta give you a heads up, guys. She's still in training because she's still a puppy, but she's a kisser. She guys, really, she licked my face one time in training. She went kissed my face, like my whole face. It was really cute.
Nick was asking what the dog's name was. It's Zen.
It's a nice dog.
Yeah, it stands for because she's very calm.
Ah, she's very zen. Okay, we've got a couple more questions. So
John, I just wanted to your question, okay? John,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Great. Why don't we go to Ryan next? I don't think he got it to ask a question yet.
Ryan.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have a question. I know what leader is, and I'm a leader on two fronts. One is I'm helping Karen Phillips, who is my local coordinator, as local coordinator administrative assistant. And I'm also giving out birthday cards, all the good stuff for all the ones from my area. Athletes to get really near holidays.
Yes, that's leadership there.
Yep, and the last thing is I'm also like working behind the scenes with everyone from Special Olympics, including Debbie Horn,
Yeah.
Paul Doherty, and you, Steve, because you guys are the coolest on the team.
Oh, Brian, thank you.
I learned all the coolness from Steve.
I love these I love these times. I do. I love being on these calls with you guys.
And Steve, I'm glad you and I partnered up because we're the same age together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going to be 41 on Sunday.
Yeah, I just turned 40 myself.
Yeah, isn't it cool? We're the buddies together.
I'm in the fours now. Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, you and me together. That's funny.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Alicia's raising her hand there. And
I'm gonna do my hair for an hour. So I go home, right? And I go out with the PCAs.
So let's ask Alicia ask her question.
Yeah, if you're not speaking, can you put yourself on mute?
Look, I found it.
Okay, Alicia, go ahead, ask your question, hon.
Yeah, I'm now going out with the PCA now. Like I have two PCAs who takes me out in the community, right? So this year for Christmas this year, I'm making pine cones out of Rudolph's. So I'm doing that. And then I'm involved with the Southern Ecstasy program. It's gonna be yes it can group. But I'm supposed to go out today, but now I'm with you. So I do that, and then I do Special Olympics also.
Making an impact.
I do swimming, and then I do bowling.
Wow.
So I keep myself busy.
Keep yourself busy. That's great.
Like boom, boom, boom. You know,
Yeah.
nonstop.
Back to back. Yeah.
But now I'm at COVID now, so I cannot. I'm not back to work yet. Like I don't win yet. But now I have been working from home.
Mm-hmm.
No, I work from home.
We're adjusting. There's like this leadership program that we're doing. We have to do it from home. You know, we can't do it in person anymore. Well, hopefully one day we can.
Yeah, maybe whenever.
Maybe
Excuse me,
someday.
Dad.
Who knows?
I talked to chat. One more chat thing in the box for you. I'm not sure if you got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that next. Actually, why don't we do that next? And then I have another one from Natasha. So,
okay.
Do you have a few more minutes to stick with us?
Sure.
It's about quarter to 5 now, so we'll wrap
I
up.
had a feeling that's why I wanted to keep my comments to like 15 minutes. I had a feeling that we were going to have some conversation.
Yeah, we'll wrap up by 5 o'clock. We'll take a couple more questions. So we wrap up by 5, so everybody could go eat their dinner.
I'm Debbie.
Yes.
Yeah, I get sign up early.
When I play basketball, I just like put my hand out and I bounce, and then when I shoot, I have to look at the hoop and I run and I block and I rebound.
Yes, you do.
He asked me to do, and he taught me that in 2009.
Great.
Steve, can I see the first slide, please, so I can write down what was on it?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
This one?
Yes. Thank you.
You got it.
Okay, let's see. The next question in the chat box is from Allie. It's a good one. How do you resolve a conflict in leadership?
How do you resolve a conflict in leadership? Can you say more?
Well, meaning like if somebody says something and then somebody opposes on the other side and get into like a little argument, how you resolve that?
Yeah. Well, look, it's happening right now when we see people going for political office, right?
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
And we're not getting into any politics here for anybody, okay?
That's why I don't like to say much of who I'm voting for.
We don't do that. We're not doing it. Doesn't matter.
Sure.
We'll leave that alone. But the point you're making is a very good one, Allie. And for everybody there, my belief is that you don't have to agree with everybody, but as long as you respect the other person's opinion, you don't have to try to change them to make it your opinion. Okay, what we don't want to do is make people have to feel the way we feel, right? Or choose to serve our opinion. It's okay if people have different opinions, and to be what I would say is empathetic and appreciative of the fact that there is a different opinion. Be respectful of that.
Right.
You agree, but respect should go on both sides of the street. It shouldn't be a one-way street. Okay?
Yeah.
So I would resolve it with empathy, and respect.
What's empathy mean?
Empathy is an understanding of and not in a judgment of. So
Yeah.
empathy is, empathetic and not sympathetic. Empathetic,
Right.
there's a feeling, there's an emotion tied to it, and it's not negative. It's more positive. It's more looking for the good in the situation.
Right. That's why I like to listen to both sides of the story before I say anything else.
That's it.
Good.
That's it. And it's okay. I'm in my world, I listen to many different opinions. And I say one versus the other, because then think about it. If I say, you know what, Allie, you're right, but then somebody else is wrong, how do they feel?
Oh yeah, they would feel bad
They
because
don't feel good. Right. So we don't have to necessarily do that. We do respect the other person and say thank you for your opinion. And it doesn't have to be shared by you, but you just respect it.
That's why I try to zip it as much as I can.
And sometimes less is more. Yeah.
Yes.
Great question. Thank you for, does that?
Yeah, I better get ready pretty soon. Another minute.
Okay, we just got a couple more questions here. It's getting close to 5. So Natasha writes from Natasha, as a self-advocate, I help individuals speak up and speak out loud and empower themselves. Do you have any individuals that are advocates? Do you know of any individuals that are advocates?
Yes, big time, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing the work that you're doing, Natasha, right? They're
Yes.
up on the other behalf of other people. They're supporting them. They're coaching them. You're coaching them. These people, it's outstanding work, and I'm fortunate enough to be working with advocates on a daily basis.
Which leads us to our next question from Soraya and Carla. Stephen, how did you get interested in becoming a speaker?
Ooh, that's
That's a great question. To be honest with you, I was never interested in becoming a speaker. It was more of, I've been trained in many different areas, and I love to give back just like many of you do. And this is the outlet for me to do that. And for me to get my message out there, I want to speak to as many people as possible. And one of the ways to do that is through all of you, right? So, and that's what I like to do. It's not so much that I love to be speaking in front of people. I get nervous or scared or shy at times too. And this is my. Say hey.
What's your name, Steve?
This is Adriana.
Oh, I like that name.
Are you in school now?
So yeah, I just kind of got thrown into the speaking role, and I love it, and I really enjoy it. As long as somebody wants to hear what I have to say, I guess. But not everybody does, right?
Yeah.
I also have a son too. I have 2 boys myself though, and they're grown, and they're in school. They're not really in school. They already finished school. I've already paid my child support and everything else, so I'm a happy father myself.
Good job.
But all I gotta say is, Steve, is keep up the good work with your daughter, and when she grows and everything else, so she's gonna be just like you.
Well, thank you very much. She's my world. I'm gonna feature very soon, baby.
I think we need to let Steve go.
Oh, it's okay. We got a hungry girl there. We got a hungry belly.
Yeah, I better get going too. I got another Zoom.
Yeah, I think somebody else got an appointment. Did anybody else that hasn't asked a question before have a question for Steve?
Debbie, me.
Okay, one more question.
On the chat. I think the coaches can help you, not athletes.
Coaches can help.
That's true.
Yeah, but I will tell you, all of you are leaders and can help each other in different ways.
We're athletes. We can't do it for you because we're athletes. We are athletes. Coaches can help you, but we can't. You know what I mean? See, like we can't do that. A leader means the coaches will help you.
Right.
Yeah, but real quick, Megan. I was gonna tell you, coaches can help you though, but you also have partners who can also help you too. Because with my teammates that I run with track and field, I've helped them so many years and everything else. So we won gold medals so many times and everything else. And that's part of you being as a leader and a teammate. When you be as a teammate and a leader, though, you make the best of it, and then you can go with it and everything else.
Right. With
So have a
police
good
to help
Halloween,
you. That's
Steve.
fine.
I don't see ya.
I know, I
Happy
think he
Halloween
might have
to
had to
you.
hop off.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
going too, so.
So
Well,
thank you guys. Oh, you
Thank
here,
you.
Steve.
Thank you,
Everybody.
Steve.
All right.
Yeah.
It's so good to
Have
see
a great
all of
weekend,
you.
Have a
Deb.
great weekend,
Bye,
guys.
Steve. It was nice to
Give them a
see
big
you.
round of applause.
Bye,
And you
everybody.
guys
Oh,
give
hey,
a big round of
you can see
applause
it.
too
Hi,
for
Ellen.
being on the
Good to see
call.
you. Bye, everybody.
Thank you,
Hey.
Steve.
Bye.
Got it. My
Okay,
pleasure.
bye.
We'll see you soon.